Hi everyone, I am Reinhardt Agustin, and in this video, we are talking about our 7 different topics in physics, which are the scientific notation, converting units, variance, parallelogram method, polygon method, triangle method, and the component method. First, scientific notation. Scientific notation is convenient and widely used method of expressing large and small numbers. Any quantity may be expressed in the form n times n to the n power, where n is any number between 1 and 10 and n is the appropriate power of 10. Our first example is 15 million kilogram. So the first thing you need to do is to identify whether the number is large or small. So it is large, and then move the decimal point from right to left until you create a number ranging from 1 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then point. So 1.5 times 10 raised to 7 kilogram.
Our second example is 0.00036 grams. Then move your decimal point 4 times to the right. So it will be 3.6 times 10 raised to negative 4 grams. Our third example is 9.2 times 10 raised to negative 3 meter per second. Next, move your decimal point 3 times to the left because your exponent is negative. So it will be 0.0092 meter per second. Our second topic is converting units. In this topic, we have 4 steps. So example number 1, 150 kilometer, convert it into meter. So step 1, write down the quantity to be converted, which is the 150 kilometer. Step 2, define each unit in terms of desired unit, which is 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. For step 3, for each definition, form 2 conversion factors, one being the reciprocal of the other, 1000 meter over 1 kilometer. Step 4, multiply by those factors that will cancel all but the desired units, which is the 150 kilometer times the quantity of 1000 meter over 1 kilometer. So 150 times 1000 meter is equal to 150,000 meter. And our answer in scientific notation is 1.5 times 10 raised to 5 meter. Our second example is 3,750 kilogram to how many grams? So 3,750 times 1,000 grams, because 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So is equal to 3,750,000 grams. Our answer in scientific notation is 3.75 times 10 raised to 6 grams. For our last example in this topic is 2,000 hours to how many minutes? 2,000 hours times the quantity of 60 minutes over 1 hour. So 2,000 times 60 is equal to 120,000 minutes. Our answer in scientific notation is 1.2 times 10 raised to 5 minutes. For our third topic, which is the variance, another way to estimate errors from multiple measurements of a physical quantity is to determine the variance of the set of the measurements. The variance of a set of measurements is calculated step by step as follows. For our mean is equal to the summation of x over n. For our variance is equal to the summation of the quantity of x minus mean squared over n, and for our standard deviation is the square root of our variance. For our first example, a teacher wants to calculate the test scores of her 5 students to understand how well her students are performing. Their scores in their math subject were as follows: 70, 75, 85, 90, 100. Determine the mean, variance, standard deviation, and the calculated test scores of her students. for our given are 70, 75, 85, 90, and 100. So first we will get the mean, which is the summation of x over n is equal to 70 plus 75 plus 85 plus 90 plus 100 over 5. So is equal to 420 over 5, and then 420 divided by 5 is 84. Second, we will get the variance, which is a summation of the quantity of x minus mean squared over n. So 70 minus 84 squared plus 75 minus 84 squared plus 85 minus 84 squared plus 90 minus 84 squared plus 100 minus 84 squared over 5. So negative 14 plus negative 9 plus 1 plus 6 and plus 16 over 5. So 196 plus 81 plus 1 plus 36 plus 256 over 5. So 570 over 5 is equal to 114. So for our standard deviation, this is square root our variance, which is the 114. So its square root is 10.67 or 10.7. And for our D, calculated test scores of the students, which is the x is equal to mean plus minus standard deviation. So 84 plus minus 10.7. For our second example, a local ice cream shop records the number of cones sold each week. The shares were as follows: 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Determine the mean, variance, standard deviation, and the recorded number of cones sold each week. Add our given, which are the 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, and divide it by 7 because 7 days in 1 week. So for 155 divided by 7 is equal to 65. Our mean is 65, and for our variance, just subtract the given to our mean and square it, then divide it by 7. So 700 divided by 7 is equal to 100. So our variance is 100. For our standard deviation, just square root to 100, so it's equal to 10. And for our D, recorded number of cones sold each week, is equal to 65 plus minus 10. For our third example, a coach measures the heights of his basketball team. Their heights were as follows: 180 cm, 175 cm, 190 cm, 185 cm, 170 cm. Determine the mean, variance, standard deviation, and the measured heights of the basketball team. For our mean is 180, and for our variance is 50. For our standard deviation is 7.07, and the measured height of the basketball team is 180 plus minus 7.07. And for our fourth topic is parallelogram method. A physics student is studying the effects of the two forces acting on a box on a flat surface. Force A is 5.0 and directed to the south, and force B is 6.0 and 35 degrees southwest. Find the resultant force using the parallelogram method. For our given is A is equal to 5.0 and south, and B is equal to 6.0 and 35 degrees southwest. For our example number 2, an airplane is flying at 3.0 km per hour directed to north and encounters a wind blowing from east at 6.0 km per hour. Find the resultant velocity of the airplane using the parallelogram method. For our given, A is equal to 3.0 km per hour north, B is equal to 6.0 km per hour east. Our third example, car A is traveling east at 7.0 km per hour, while car B is traveling 15 degrees south of east at 8.0 km per hour. Find the resultant velocity of the car using the parallelogram method. For our given, A is equal to 7.0 km per hour south, and our B is equal to 8.0 km per hour 15 degrees southeast. For our fifth topic is polygon method, otherwise known as tip-to-tail method. This method is more convenient than the parallelogram method when more than two vectors are to be added graphically. For our example number 1, A is equal to 10.0 and directed to east, B is equal to 7.0 and directed to south, and C is equal to 4.0 and directed to west. And here is our solution. For our example number 2, A is equal to 2.0 km west, B is equal to 10.0 km south, and C is equal to 4.0 km east. For our example number 3, A is equal to 5.0 km north, B is equal to 8.0 km east, and C is equal to 2.0 km south. For our sixth topic is triangle method. For our formula, law of cosine is equal to c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c for magnitude, and law of sine, a over sin a is equal to b over sin b is equal to c over sin c for direction. For our example number 1, a is equal to 5.0 meter north, b is equal to 7.0 meter 30 degrees north of east. 5 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 5 times 7 cos 120 degrees. 120 degrees because 90 plus 30 degrees. So 25 plus 49 minus 2 times 35 cos 120. So it will be 74 plus 35 is equal to 109, and the square root of 109 is 10.44. So it is our magnitude. For our direction, 7 meter over sin theta is equal to 10.44 meter over sin 120 degrees is equal to 7 meter times sin 120 degrees over 10.44 meter is equal to 10.44 meter times sin theta over 10.44 meter, and then you will cancel, and then 7 meter times sin 120 degrees over 10.44 meter is equal to sin theta is equal to 6.06 meter because it is the 7 meter times sin 120 degrees, and then over 10.44 meter is equal to sin theta, then sin raised to negative 1 is equal to 0.58 meter is equal to theta, so 35.45 or 35 degrees. So 90 minus 35 is 55 degrees. 55 degrees is our direction. For our example number 2, 8.0 km south, and B is equal to 6.0 km 50 degrees south of west. For our magnitude is 13.17 km, and for our direction is 73 degrees. For our third example, A is equal to 4.0 and north, and B is equal to 5.0 and 45 degrees north of east. So for our magnitude is 8.32 n, and for our direction is 65 degrees. For our last topic is component method. For our first example, our given are A is equal to 6.0 meter 30 degrees north of east, B is equal to 8.0 meter east, C is equal to 2.3 meter 20 degrees south of east, and D is equal to 7.05 meters south. For our horizontal is Vx is equal to V cos theta, and vertical is Vy is equal to V sin theta. So in our horizontal, our Ax is 5.20, and our Ay is 3 meter, and Bx is 8 meter, while By is 0 meter, and then Cx is equal to 2.16 meter, and Cy is equal to negative 0.79 meter, and lastly Dx is equal to 0 meter, and Dy is equal to negative 7.05 meter. And for our dr is equal to the square root of the quantity of summation of dx squared plus the quantity of summation of dy squared. So is equal to 16.10 meter. Then for our theta is negative 17.48, so it will be 17 degrees because positive 17 degrees because since it is absolute value. For our second example is equal to A is equal to 3.0 meter 25 degrees north of east, 6.0 meter east, 5.2 meter 10 degrees south of east, and then 3.02 meter south. For our AX is 2.72 meter and AY is 1.27 meter, BX is 6 meter and BY is 0 meter, CX is equal to 5.12 meter and CY is equal to negative 0.90 meter and DX is equal to 0 meter and DY is equal to negative 3.02 meter. And for the summation of dx is 13.84 meter and the summation of dy is equal to negative 2.65 meter. For our dr is equal to 14.09 meter. And for our theta is negative 10.83 or 10 degrees. For our third example, A is equal to 7.0 meter 13 degrees north of east, 8.0 meter east, 9.2 meter 15 degrees south of east, and 6.0 meter south. For our AX is 6.82 meter, AY is 1.57 meter, BX is 8 meter and BY is 0 meter, CX is 8.89 meter and CY is negative 2.38 meter, DX is 0 meter and DY is negative 6.04 meter. And the summation of dx is equal to 23.71 meter and the summation of dy is equal to negative 6.85 meter. For our dr is 24.68 meter. And for our theta is equal to negative 16.11/16 degrees. And that's it for our 7 topics. I hope you like this video.